ready to have your mind blown. Forget searching for aliens in outer space, because our own planet is hiding some of the most bizarre, otherworldly landscapes you can imagine. Today, we're going on a journey to the most alien places on Earth. Places so strange, they'll make you question if you're still on the same planet. Our first stop takes us to the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. Imagine a landscape painted in neon yellows, toxic greens, and fiery oranges. This isn't a sci-fi movie set. It's one of the hottest, lowest, and driest places on Earth. The ground is a patchwork of bubbling sulfur springs, steaming geysers, and vast, crunchy salt flats. The air smells of sulfur, and the temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists study this extreme environment to understand how life might exist on other planets. Standing here, surrounded by acid pools and mineral chimneys, you feel like an astronaut exploring a hostile new world. Beautiful, dangerous, and utterly alien. Next, we dive deep beneath the surface of Mexico, into the Cave of Crystals. This is a real-life fortress of solitude. Imagine a cavern filled with the largest natural crystals ever found. Giant beams of selenite, some as long as a bus, and weighing over 50 tons, jut out in every direction. The air inside is incredibly hot and humid, reaching up to 136 degrees Fahrenheit, with nearly 100% humidity. Without special cooling suits, a person could only survive for about 10 minutes. These pristine, translucent giants grew undisturbed for hundreds of thousands of years in mineral-rich water. It's a subterranean wonderland that looks more like a different dimension than a cave on Earth. From the crushing heat, underground, we travel to the icy expanse of Antarctica to find the Blood Falls. Picture this, a pristine white glacier, and from its face, a 5-story tall waterfall bleeds a crimson red onto the ice. It's as creepy as it is fascinating. For years, scientists were baffled. Was it red algae? Some unknown mineral? The truth is even stranger. Trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years is a subglacial lake, cut off from light and air. This ancient water is incredibly salty and rich in iron. When it finally seeps through a fissure in the glacier and hits the air, the iron oxides it rusts, creating the macabre blood-red color. It's a glimpse into a hidden ancient world, preserved in a deep freeze. Let's head to the coast of China and visit Panjian Red Beach. This isn't your typical sandy shore. In the autumn, this massive wetland transforms into a stunning crimson sea. The sand is actually a type of seaweed called Sueda salsa, which starts off green in the spring and summer. But as autumn approaches, it turns this vibrant, fiery red, creating a landscape that looks like it belongs on Mars. Wooden walkways stretch out over the red carpet, allowing you to walk above this surreal, blood-red marshland, with the blue sky reflecting on the water channels. It's a natural spectacle that's both beautiful and completely surreal. Now for something straight out of a fantasy novel, the Dragon's Blood Trees of Socotra, an island archipelago belonging to Yemen. Socotra is often called the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean because a third of its plant life is found nowhere else on Earth. The most famous resident is the Dragon's Blood tree. It looks like a giant inside-out umbrella, with a thick trunk and a dense canopy of tangled, upward-reaching branches. When you cut the bark, it oozes a dark red resin, known as dragon's blood, which has been prized for centuries. Walking through a forest of these bizarre trees, alongside other strange plants like the bottle-shaped desert rose, you feel like you've stumbled into a prehistoric world or another planet entirely. Our next destination feels like a dream. It's the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the world's largest salt flat. During the dry season, it's a vast, blindingly white expanse of salt hexagons, stretching to the horizon. But when the rainy season arrives, a thin layer of water covers the flat, transforming it into the world's largest natural mirror. The reflection is so perfect that the sky and ground merge, and you feel like you're floating in an endless, ethereal space. Driving or walking across it is an incredible experience. It's disorienting, beautiful, and feels like you're walking on clouds or stepping into infinity. It's no wonder it's a favorite spot for photographers trying to capture a piece of heaven on Earth. From the reflective plains, we go to the glowing caves of Wetamo, New Zealand. Step into a boat and float silently down an underground river. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you'll see a galaxy of tiny blue-green lights twinkling on the ceiling and walls, just like the night sky. These aren't stars or crystals. They're thousands of tiny creatures called glowworms. They produce this bioluminescent light to attract prey. The silent, dark cave, illuminated only by this living light, creates a magical and profoundly alien atmosphere, too. It's a subterranean celestial show that will leave you completely mesmerized, feeling like you're drifting through a far-off nebula. Let's fly to Turkmenistan to witness the gates of hell, officially known as the Darvaza gas crater. This isn't a natural formation, but the result of a man-made accident that created something truly infernal. In 1971, a Soviet drilling rig hit a natural gas cavern, and the ground collapsed, creating a huge crater. To prevent the poisonous gas from spreading, geologists set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few weeks. That was over 50 years ago, and it's still burning today. At night, the crater glows with an intense, fiery light, visible from miles away. Standing at the edge, feeling the heat and hearing the roar of the eternal flames, is like staring into the abyss. It's a terrifying and captivating sight. Our penultimate stop is Spotted Lake in British Columbia, Canada. For most of the year, it looks like a normal lake, but in the summer, as the water evaporates, it leaves behind hundreds of large circular pools, each a different color: yellow, green, and blue. The lake is rich in various minerals, like magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium sulfates. As the water level drops, these minerals crystallize and form the colorful spots and natural walkways between them. It looks like a polka-dotted alien landscape. The First Nations people of the region have revered it as a sacred, healing place for centuries. And looking at it, you can understand why it feels so magical. Finally, we journey to one of the most remote and challenging places on our list, the Grand Singi in Madagascar. Singi is a Malagasy word that means where one cannot walk barefoot, and that's an understatement. This is a massive forest of limestone, eroded by groundwater into a labyrinth of razor-sharp pinnacles and needles. Some of these stone spikes are hundreds of feet high. Navigating this landscape requires suspension bridges, cables, and a lot of courage. It's a vertical world of stone, a geological fortress. And within this spiky maze lives a unique ecosystem of animals and plants, many of which are found nowhere else. It's a landscape that is both forbidding and full of life, a true wonder of our planet. From fiery pits and crystal caves to bleeding glaciers and mirrored skies, Earth is home to wonders that rival any science fiction story. These places remind us that our world is far more mysterious and magnificent than we often realize. There's so much left to explore, right here beneath our feet. What an incredible planet we live on! Thanks for joining this journey to the alien side of Earth. If you were amazed by these landscapes, hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Let me know in the comments which of these places you'd most want to visit. See you next time.